lesson for this section for the study in Joshua, it's talking about how strong and mighty God is. So I thought the rock would be a perfect one because it's strength, faithfulness, and secure refuge, a fortress for believers. And it's 7 times in the Bible, 6 in the Old Testament, 1 in the New Testament. And I thought that we would read from the New Testament. Now, the verse that it talks about the rock is verse 4. But I thought it would be good if we read 1 through 4. And I got some pictures that I use when I talk about this to the kids in the Sunday school class. So in 1 Corinthians chapter 10, 1 through 4 says, "Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud." And it's talking about Moses. And when they were the people of Israel just left Egypt, and they were going to the promised land, and God put a cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night for them to follow. Okay, so there's that one. So I'll repeat that part. It says how that all our fathers, the Israelite nation, were under the cloud and all passed through the sea. And they're talking about the sea here where, God separated the sea so they could walk through on dry land. And it says, and all passed through the sea. So that's referring to that. Verse 2, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea, and did eat the spiritual meat. And I found a picture of manna. I'm not sure if they're talking about the manna, but I believe that's what they're talking about there, the spiritual meat. And it says that we should go to Exodus chapter 16, 4 through 36. So I believe that's what they're talking about, the manna. And did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of the spiritual rock. And if you notice, the word rock has a capital R. And that's a name for a person, Jesus, the rock of our salvation. Okay, they drank of the spiritual rock. And it says here, there again, Christ, and has several verses that followed them. So Christ was with them back then when they were traveling from Egypt to the promised land. And the rock was Christ. So for this, I thought it was a wonderful word for our word for the God's Word to ponder, because it goes along with what we study on Friday in our Joshua Bible study. And I thought the rock being Christ and his unchangeable nature. And that's such a wonderful blessing that he does not change. What he says is what he says, and that's it. His strength, faithfulness, and role as a secure refuge and fortress for believers. I feel all who are saved have that security, and it's a blessing way beyond any of us can express and have words, to feel secure that we know we are in his hands He's got us, and we don't have to ever worry or stress because He's got us. Doesn't mean problems won't come, because they do for everybody, but He's got us. Our rock. Okay, guys, that's all for this time, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.